It's my great honor and finest privilege to welcome you all to today's Maritime Discourse of International Fleet Review 2022.
বাংলাদেশ এবং বাংলাদেশ নৌবাহিনীকে জানাই অনেক অনেক অভিনন্দন ও শুভেচ্ছা। The seas permitted nations to venture beyond horizons and enabled global trade and conquest, which in turn ushered in eras of colonization, exploitation, and untold misery upon unsuspecting countries across the world.
مهمانان ارجمند، دریا بستر لازم و مهمترین موهبت الهی است که به ما امکان رسیدن به شعار این مراسم دوستی برای افق را در عمل فراهم می‌کند. دریا مزیت دسترسی را به ما مجاورین و بهره بردارانش هدایت کرده و امکان حضور، رشد و توسعه در ابعاد گوناگون را برای همه ما فراهم کرده و استفاده درست از این موهبت الهی نیازمند امنیت، تخصص، آموزش، مشارکت، همکاری و دوستی در آن سوی افق است.
Please look at the screen. Our national flags are very similar. When I was in elementary school, there was a test on national flags. Back then, colored copy were not common. So the test was printed in black and white. It gave me a headache to stare and figure out which flag was which.
Over the years, we have made progress toward achieving our national objectives, which aim to foster an environment of peace, stability, and prosperity, while upholding justice and the rule of law as fundamental elements. And undoubtedly, the threats impacting the safety and security of our maritime domain are mostly transboundary. Therefore, it is essential that addressing them requires global commitment and cooperation.
Friendship beyond the horizon speaks to that familiar view of the horizon out there at sea. We are constantly reminded of the interconnectedness of peoples, cultures, commerce, economies, and their conflicts. Aware of this fact, the Nigerian Navy has made effort to build consensus and support multilateral approach in confronting the myriad maritime security challenges in Nigeria waters and in the Gulf of Guinea.
The maritime economy also caused more activities to utilize the trade in various fields, such as maritime transport, maritime resources, tourism, and fishery.
Turkish Navy has been actively contributing to the counter-piracy operations, such as Operations Ocean Shield and CTF 151 off the coast of Somalia and the Gulf of Aden since 2009. Turkish Navy has been actively contributing to UNIFIL with one frigate and Qatar's Operation World Gulf Shield with one corvette. Additionally, Turkey is conducting PASICs and international joint exercise with partner nations.
As we look left and we look right, we see the ties that bond us all. We're all wearing the same uniform. We are all mariners on the sea, subject to many of the same dangers and connected by the sea itself. The great US President John F. Kennedy once said that the human body has the same salinity as the sea. And as we are all descended from the same single East African woman through our mitochondria, we are all connected to the sea and we're all drawn to it.
At the very outset, I would like to pay my humble tribute to the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, on the occasion of his birth centenary, who aptly emphasized about the enormous importance of the endless sea resources for the development of Bangladesh. He enacted the Territorial Waters and Maritime Zones Act 1974, which laid down the foundation for our maritime rights and responsibilities. This was enacted much before the law of the sea that was passed in 1982. His visionary leadership has given us an independent Bangladesh with a strong foundation of democratic values, human rights and justice, and a lofty aspiration for peace, progress and development. He often used to say, and I quote, "Peace is imperative for development."
Gentlemen, the history of human civilization is deeply rooted in the oceans and the seas. In the same spirit as before, the sea has remained and will always be the center of all our concern and will be the source of future development. Today, we had the opportunity to listen from deep inside and be touched by the professional wisdom of the naval leadership from across the world. I'm sure their views and thought-provoking ideas would be a great source of our inspiration. I deeply appreciate and extend my sincere thanks to all the speakers for sharing their invaluable views, ideas, and perception on the maritime affairs.